Trey Lance gives the 49ers their best chance to win. I felt that last week. Feel it this week. Now, if they have Deebo Samuel gives them their best chance to win. And it's slightly irrelevant who their quarterback is because it's all about just handing it to Deebo or pitching it to Deebo or letting Deebo. I mean, pretty much get the ball to Deebo behind the line of scrimmage. But if Deebo's not there, I mean, things get very difficult. We already laid out. It's all about limiting Jimmy to less throws, less picks. That's hard to do without Deebo. Now, the run game isn't efficient with Jimmy on the field. Everything's so compressed. They're barely getting to 4 yards a carry without Deebo on the field. This week it was 2.8. You can't run the ball without Deebo. You can't throw the offense is so limited without Deebo. There's no big plays. Jimmy's going to make those few third down throws a game. They're like, okay, that's the best of Jimmy, but I don't think that really redeems the rest of his limitations at this point. And I think if you're going to, especially if you don't have Deebo Samuel playing, what least Trey Lance would do is get you more yards per carry in the run game and give you the threat of play action in the big play in the passing game. I'll take that right now over what Jimmy's giving you minus Deebo.
Here's the other thing is you could also have Deebo in there and he can give you the run game. He can give you some explosive plays and Jimmy could also still throw picks.
Yeah. So sorry about that.
You're just minimizing his throws, which means less chances for him to throw picks. You're making some of those reads easier so that he doesn't make a dumb decision. Deebo certainly helps with that, but he still can throw picks even with Deebo out there.
I just feel like the positive impact that Jimmy brings to the offense is overstated. His throws on third down are nice, but his mentality, which leads to those aggressive throws on third down, lead to picks. So it's a double-edged sword there. And again, he's hurting the run game because he's not a part of it. It's 10-on-11 football. So if Deebo's in the game, it doesn't matter. Deebo's going to average 10 yards a carry, whatever. But he's not. And how many games are you going to lose because you're handing off to a guy averaging 3 yards a carry? I mean, that's not any way to play. All of a sudden, if Trey Lance is giving the same handoffs, I think you're going for 4 yards, 5 yards, just because he's a threat with his legs.
I mean, most of us have complained the way they use Trey Lance against the Cardinals. And when he played that game, it was his first actual start. And they were in that game against probably the best team in the league, or certainly they're in the top 4 with the Cardinals, against the Cardinals. And they almost won that game. They were in a position to win that game. Trey Lance was the quarterback, and he wasn't used properly, but they were still in position to win that game. The previous game, when he got a half against Seattle, they could have won that game. So this short little sample size that you have, it's not like they're getting waxed with him out there. Him out there. He hasn't turned the ball over a lot when he's out there either.
Agree. It just seems to me that, again, like I understand sitting Trey Lance during the win streak. Deebo's rolling. Jimmy's rolling. He's not doing much, but it's the whole equation is working. Okay, Deebo's out. You just lost a game. It seems to me that you need something else. There could be a compromise here. You don't necessarily have to bench Jimmy, but in getting Trey Lance involved only can help, in my opinion. I know Kyle said it. He has his reason for why he doesn't think it helps, and it ruins whatever. I think it can only help. And also, remember earlier in the season, he said, well, it's a good thing that the Lions have to prepare for that. Yeah, it would be great if Cincinnati had to prepare for that this week. Really. And the fact that they're probably not going to, which means that the Trey Lance package would probably be even more effective this week. Dude, you need a changeup, because if you don't have Deebo against Cincinnati and it's just Jimmy, I think you're going to lose, man. I think you're going to lose. So what do you have to lose? What do you have to lose? Give it a shot. You're already underdogs. You're already underdogs, man.
That was such a Kyle answer too, right? About why he doesn't use Trey Lance, because I'm affected as a play caller.
Okay. What about what's best for the team, dude? What about what's best for him and what's best for the team?